Here with sophomore shortstop Jay King, an important step in your collegiate career today. You commit to play baseball for Ole Miss next season. Just talk me through kind of how it happened and just start from the beginning, really.
Well, in the fall, during our scrimmage games, and we played a few games in the fall. Ole Miss came to see me a couple times, and they talked to me, and they told me then they were interested in me. But throughout the season, I kind of they kind of backed off of me a little bit, and I guess just to see what would happen. And I started having a good year, and it seems like just here in the last few weeks, Southern Miss offered me, and all at once, all the three big schools in Mississippi were all interested in me here at once. And I talked to Coach Godwin from Ole Miss, and he brought me down on a visit last Sunday, and I really enjoyed the visit, and it was everything I imagined and more. And I just knew it was going to be a great fit for me.
It's no secret, Ole Miss baseball program nationally ranked every year. Coach Bianco's done a great job there. You have drawn interest from multiple schools, but it spreads like wildfire. I kind of use the example of Taro Barney, a defensive tackle for us this year. Had offers from Penn State, and then all of a sudden all the big schools start chiming in, Alabama, Iowa State, schools like that. So, you've earned that, recognition and that those schools that have started recruiting you now. But tell me how it happened today. I know you gave a phone call to Coach Godwin, I believe, and just kind of talk me through the phone call, really.
Well, before I made the phone call, I had been talking to my parents since Sunday. We've had many conversations about this decision. It's a huge life decision, and I prayed about it, and we talked about it a lot. And today after lunch, I called him. I'm very sure about this decision. I just told him that. Well, the first question I asked him was if number 1 would be available for next year. And he told me it would, and I told him I wanted to be an Ole Miss Rebel, and he was very excited about it. And he told me that next week, I'm not sure, maybe next Wednesday, that I would be signing my letter of intent. And it's a special time in my life right now.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but he's actually tweeted about it a couple of times today. I don't think you can technically name names, but on his Twitter he has talked about your commitment today and how exciting it was for a new Rebel to be joining the family. But you had told me before that Ole Miss has been your team your whole life. Everybody's got a college or pro team they like growing up, and for you said it started at a really, really young age. So it seemed, I guess, kind of like a no-brainer that if Ole Miss came offering that was the place you were going to go. But can you put it into words? Because, it seems kind of probably surreal to you right now, but when do you think it'll actually hit you? Do you think it's going to be when you sign next week or when you hit the field, or what's it going to be for you?
It's probably going to hit me when I step on campus this summer. They want me to go to summer school and start in the weight room this summer. And that's probably when it'll hit me. I just want to, stay focused on Northwest right now and play the best that I can for this team, because this is what's important right now. And, every kid in North Mississippi, just about it, as they grow up, they want to be an Ole Miss Rebel, and even a lot of kids my age. So I'm very humbled and honored to be able to have this opportunity in my life.
Well, you've had a heck of a season so far, hitting .412. Second on the team. You're third in the country in RBIs right now with 42. Last year you hit .296 as a freshman. Your approach to the plate this year, I guess, has changed a good bit. Your average is, like I said, .412. But what do you think maybe has changed? You were second team all-conference selection last year. What's the biggest difference you think from your performance, from last year to this year? Just the production's gone up so much. So what do you think is the biggest difference?
The biggest difference, I believe, was I can tell, but
you bulked up a little bit.
The weight's kind of hard this past summer, and I gained a few pounds, and that just I matured as a player in all. So I just believe being stronger and being a little bigger, it's helped me be a better athlete in general, and Coach Selby, he's a great hitting instructor, And one thing I did different was I crowded the plate, which it makes a pitcher come inside on me, and I'm able to get my hands around and drive it back where it came from.
Well, I don't. You know this now that I've talked about it, but Taylor Walker, our assistant coach, people that have been around the Northwest baseball program for many decades say that Taylor's one of the best shortstops to ever come through Northwest, and they've been saying a lot of that about you as well. So you are a very humble guy. This is actually probably the most I've ever heard you talk. But what does that say? Maybe to have your name in the same sentence as his, but you look at his career ranks, and he's in the top 10 in almost every statistical category. But defensively wise, to be considered one of the best shortstops to ever come through Northwest, how does that make you feel?
It's a big honor. Me and him, we joke about it a lot about who's better, and I say I am, he says he is, but he probably was, to be honest with you. But I mean, he's an awesome coach and a good guy, and I'm really honored to be to play for him and to have him as a friend.
Well, you've been named the MACJC Player of the Week 3 times this year, National Player of the Week. Again, your second-team All-Conference selection as a freshman. Hopefully an All-American this year. You're definitely going to be in the mix for it. But coming into this season, what was the, personal or team goals for you? Made it to the state championship game last year, but of course you want to win every game you play. But, what would make this season, a successful season for you and to finish out your career on the very top?
Well, every team's playing for the World Series in Enid, Oklahoma. And, that's the ultimate goal. But first we got to win state and regionals, and it's gonna be difficult. But we're a very good team, have very good coaches, and we're very capable of doing that. And that's the biggest goal to me. Individual goals don't really matter. It's a team sport.
Well, we're 20-12 overall. We've won 9 of our last 12. Big games coming up this weekend against 16th ranked Mississippi Delta. So best of luck this weekend. But again, congrats on your commitment and on your signing next week. And it's become the norm here at Northwest, moving guys on to the next level. So congrats to add your name to that list, and best of luck in Oxford.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.